World War III begins. China launch rocket as Beijing flexes military muscle to against US and Taiwan. China has conducted a sophisticated weapons test in a secluded desert which saw it fire long-range rockets at targets more than 40 miles away. The maneuver was a show of strength for the Communist Party-ruled country as it seeks to send a strong message to Taiwan and India amid rising tensions. State-controlled media, the Global Times, posted a video of the missile testing on Weibo, a Chinese social media app. It showed a convoy of at least 9 military vehicles arriving in the northwest of the Gobi Desert, which spans across northern China and southern Mongolia. Troops can be seen liaising with each other before the command to fire a rocket is sounded. The weapon can be seen hitting its target before a cloud of dust erupts from the ground, and other soldiers were videoed moving the powerful long-range missiles into place for firing. As chilling music plays in the background, 4 rockets are fired at the same time before the clip ends. The Global Times said the operation was deemed a success as all weapons had hit their targets. It said the drone was used by soldiers to examine their targets, which were 43 miles away. Recently, a brigade of the 80th Army moved thousands of miles to the northwest Gobi to organize a live fire drill to test the combat effectiveness of the far-reaching system. The long-range rocket artillery battalion maneuvered on the mountain path battlefield, and the drone was used for 3-dimensional reconnaissance of target areas 70 kilometers away. Weather radar provides real-time and accurate high-altitude weather data for artillery. In the end, the FAR fire team successfully completed the precision strike. China is involved in a dispute with Taiwan over the naming of its cities. Beijing has ramped up pressure on international groups and companies, no matter how small or obscure, to refer to Democratic Taiwan as being part of China. This pressure has angered Taiwan's government and many of its people. Beijing views the island as merely a wayward Chinese province. On Monday, Taiwan said the European Union had waded into the row by offering to help after a global alliance of mayors stopped referring to Taiwanese cities as part of China, in a rare win for the island amid growing Chinese pressure. China is also bracing for a possible escalation of tensions with India as winter fast approaches. The neighboring countries have repeatedly clashed over the disputed Ladakh region in recent months. Chinese soldiers stationed in the region on the border of India and China have been given new military clothing with advanced design and technology for better and efficient border management. The move comes after tensions once again threatened to boil over as Indian soldiers near the Pangong Tso Lake in Ladakh recently crossed into Chinese-controlled territory. China fears its soldiers would be shot at by the Indians if they came too close to their stations, the GT reported. Meanwhile, US-China friction flared again Monday, with Beijing firing back at accusations by Washington that it is a leading cause of global environmental damage and has reneged on its promise not to militarize the South China Sea. A document issued last week by the State Department cited China's record on issues from greenhouse gas emissions to air and water and soil pollution, illegal logging and wildlife trafficking. While the Chinese people have suffered the worst environmental impacts of its actions, Beijing also threatens the global economy and global health by unsustainably exploiting natural resources and exporting its willful disregard for the environment. Department spokesperson Morgan Ortagus followed that with a statement Sunday saying China has pursued a reckless and provocative militarization of disputed outposts in the South China Sea's Spratly Islands, adding that China's ruling Communist Party does not honor its words or commitments. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin responded Monday by asking why the United States was withdrawing from the Paris Agreement on climate change, calling the U.S. the biggest destroyer of international environmental cooperation. Wang also said U.S. military actions have made it the biggest threat to the peace and stability of the South China Sea. The trading of accusations comes amid disputes over trade, technology, Hong Kong and Taiwan, spying accusations against Chinese diplomats and Beijing's assertions of territorial claims in the South China Sea and elsewhere that have driven the bilateral relationship to its lowest point in decades. The State Department's attack on China's environmental record follows China's announcement to the United Nations General Assembly last week that it aims to have carbon dioxide emissions peak before 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality by 2060, a pledge that won applause from environmentalists. State Department cited China as the largest emitter of greenhouse gases, the largest source of marine debris, the worst perpetrators of illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, and the world's largest consumer of trafficked wildlife and timber products. It singled out leader Xi Jinping's signature Belt and Road Global Infrastructure Building Initiative as lacking clear environmental guidelines, safety standards, and worker protections, and said China is saddling host countries with environmental burdens and leading them away from sustainable development. Tragically, the Chinese Communist Party represses civil society and a free press, slowing changes that would benefit its citizens and people all over the world. Wang defended China's record on reducing pollution, touting China's promotion of new energy vehicles and creation of new forest cover. The US is the greatest danger to the global environment, Wang told reporters at a daily briefing. We advise the US side to stop political manipulation and malicious slander, and to do more practical work and less trouble for the global environment. In her statement, Ortega cited Xi's pledge during a 2015 visit to the White House that China does not intend to pursue militarization of the Spratly Islands. China's deployment of anti-ship cruise missiles and advanced surveillance capabilities on the islands, some of them man-made, and the construction of fighter jet hangars and runways showed that it is using such outposts as platforms of coercion to assert control over waters to which Beijing has no lawful maritime claim. China claims virtually the entire South China Sea for itself, and Wang said it was entitled to proceed as it saw fit on the islands, especially when it came to exercising its right to self-defense. Infrastructure on the islands also benefits the world, he said. The international community and regional countries must be highly vigilant and resolutely oppose the sinister plot of some US warmongers to sow chaos in the South China Sea and East Asia.